Hello, I'm Matteo, the Chief Mobile Opinionist here at Tech Travel Geeks. Now, recently I released a video about the XTEINK X3, and if you happen to know how to pronounce the name of the company that makes this, is it XTEINK or is it XTEINK? I believe that's German for something. Maybe you can let us know in the comments how it's pronounced. Anyway, I ended up also getting an XTEINK X3 to see what they're like side by side and if it attaches to the back of my phone any better. You see, I have a Pixel 10 Pro XL at the moment, and the XTEINK X3 I was hoping would clamp on the back of my Google Pixel 10 Pro. Sadly, it doesn't have correctly aligned magnets to be able to do that. It does fit sideways, but that I think defeats the purpose of this ebook reader. And even upside down, it doesn't quite fit to the magnet. So I thought, let's try the XTEINK or XTEINK X3. And I was pleasantly surprised. The packaging is much more refined than what we saw on the X4. So let's open it up and see what's inside. Now, I'm assuming I just pull the cardboard box, and oh yes, it does say something here after I've ripped the lip off. Books in your pockets, always ready. That's good. And then we have the XTEINK X3 layout depicted there. We also have a little bit of blurb about it being ultra thin, ultra light, always within reach. So it's 5.2 millimeters thick, 58 grams in weight, time and battery indicator, NFC support, physical page turn buttons, motion-based page turning, pocket-sized 3.7-inch e-ink screen, which is even smaller than the X4, and magnetic ready attaches in seconds. And then obviously here we have the cable. And from what I was reading on the website, it is significantly different from the standard USB-C that the XTEINK X4 takes. Let's see what's in the bag. So here we have essentially a pogo pin charger with USB-A at one side, and that's it. There's nothing else in the box apart from the reader itself. Interestingly, the reader comes in what looks like a little cardboard envelope with a seal on it. So when we open that up, you get the XTEINK X3 and a little quick start guide that gives you indications about the product itself, the accessories and so on. Now, I purchased this directly from XTEINK. Let's quickly take the paper cover off. So that's paper. And interestingly, this one has a little sticker on the back with the usual FCC, UKCA and CE standard marks. Let's peel that off, see if that can come off. Yeah, it doesn't seem made to come off, but we'll make it come off anyway. Maybe I'll do a dedicated video on that. But it is incredibly small. It has a very different feel from the XTEINK X4. Let me just check that. Yeah, it just has a very different feel, just with that slightly smaller screen. And the pogo plug, let's plug that in and see how it attaches. So I've got my desk charger here. So the XTEINK pogo pins attach magnetically, and they're quite strong. They seem to do the job here. It's a shame the cable isn't a bit longer, and I do feel a bit sad that it's not USB Type-C, because it means it's an extra cable I have to take with me whilst traveling. There is obviously two rockers here at the bottom, so two buttons, or double buttons, so 4 buttons total, as well as an up and down button on the right hand side. And the power button is at the top on this device. So if I long press that, here I am in the home screen of the XTEINK X3 in this case, and it's just like the XTEINK X4's operating system. And in this case, let's see if there's anything in the device. There's nothing stored on the device, but you'll see that at the top here it gives me my storage capacity. It's got 14.5 gigabytes available, and the battery is at 100%. The 14.5 gigabytes of storage is, I believe, from a micro SD that is included with the device. So that is an XTEINK branded micro SD card. Nominally it's 16 gigabytes, but obviously this is formatted in a file system. I believe it's exFAT, which means that you don't get the full 16 gigabytes usable. But that's nice to see that that's included in the device. You get 16 gigabytes of storage, which for textbooks is a lot of storage. Let's see what else we get in the box. So this, I believe, is the magnetic holder I ordered to go with the XTEINK X3, the magnetic folio case, which in this case is white. Little instructions on how to put your XTEINK X3 into it. Let's follow those instructions and clamp it in. There we go. So the way you do that is align the XTEINK logo on the back of your device, so the XTEINK logo embossed on the magnetic case, and you'll see that it has an appropriate cut-in for the buttons on the screen itself. So it is tiny, even smaller than the XTEINK X4. Let us know in the comments if you'd like to see a side-by-side comparison between the XTEINK X3 and the XTEINK X4. Great, so we see that the case I purchased with the XTEINK X3 fits nicely, it works well. You do also get a screen protector, a couple of magnetic rings, and a micro SD card reader with this device. I won't use them now, but you do get those with it. And obviously you need to pay extra for the magnetic case. But now comes the real test, the real proof of the pudding. I have my Google Pixel 10 Pro XL here. Let's see if the XTEINK X3 fits on the back. And yes, it does. The magnets are nicely aligned here. They fit nicely on the back of my device. And that will work both on the device itself, and if you have a case with MagSafe or Pixel Snap or Qi 2 standard magnets on the back of your device, this fits nicely. It doesn't come off when you shake your phone. So my use case for this will be not just for reading books whilst I'm traveling, but it will also be for storing my boarding passes on the e-ink screen here, so that I can scan them with unlocking my phone. But even more importantly, if my phone were to run out of battery, I would be able to use the XTEINK X3 to store my boarding pass and be able to use that even in absence of a charged or turned on phone. So this is great news, but for day-to-day use, when not in travel mode, I will use this magnetic case. So good news there. I think for around about £50 to £60 sterling delivered from China, the XTEINK X3 is pretty good value. I will need to load some books on it. My personal way of using this type of ebook is with Calibre or Calibre. It's a software package that helps you transfer files in EPUB format onto ebook readers, and it has worked well with me for the XTEINK X4. Anyway, let us know in the comments section if you'd like to know more about these devices, if it's worth me doing a review on them, the XTEINK X3 and the XTEINK X4. And if you'd like a side-by-side comparison between the two diminutive ebook readers. I think this is a really interesting little niche in the consumer electronics space, tiny ebook readers. And I will be definitely putting these through their paces over the next few weeks. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. This was the unboxing and quick setup of the XTEINK X3. If you have any other questions, if you'd like to know more, leave us a comment in the section below. And if you don't already, please do subscribe to the Tech Travel Geeks here on YouTube. We cover consumer electronics, gadgets, accessories, and anything else we think makes the travel experience better. But for now, thanks for watching, and goodbye from me.